So today I'm going to show you sort of one of my everyday makeup looks. I just finished editing my next Beauty Guru contest video, and one of the things that I noticed was that I sounded like a completely different person. So it's going to be fun to film this talking like I would normally talk in one of my videos instead of like trying to rush through, because the limit on that thing is like 4 minutes or something. But anyway, so I'd sort of build this as an everyday eye look video, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my whole face, as you can tell. So, I've brought down a selection of things that I would maybe sort of think about using on a regular basis. And yeah, I haven't quite decided which one I'm going to use yet. Because I really don't go for the exact same products every day. Sorry, I just kicked the stand. But I do go for a similar look every day. So not the exact same products every day, because that would be no fun. But I do go for a similar look every single day. So how's that? Okay, I'll zoom in more when I get to my eyes. Okay, so I've moisturized and I've put eye cream on. And as most of you know, and as you'll see, Holy Grail foundation, I think, is my Diorskin Forever. I love this thing. Shake it, and it's number 023. Which I think on the box is called Peach. And I put like 2 pumps on my hand. 1 pump would be enough if I used my fingers, I think, but because I use the Sigma F84 angled Kabuki, and I have to look at what it's called every single time. I can't remember every single time. I've had it for ages. And I dip it into the foundation, and I start sort of on either side of my nose, lightly brushing it on, and work it towards the sides of the face. And don't forget the forehead. I hate this little breakout here at the moment. Breakouts aren't a big deal for me these days, so when I get them, I get really irritated. It's usually hormonal. So I try to buff this in really, really well. I absolutely love this brush for getting in and really working it into the skin. I wear foundation every day when I wear makeup. I just like the way my skin looks better with it. I know a lot of people say you should use concealer instead. I don't know. Because I have a lot of uneven tones and redness in my skin, I just really prefer wearing a foundation. I found concealer almost more difficult than foundation. And I know that's against what everybody else does, but there you go. Once again, I have not brought tissues. Let me go get some. Okay, so I think I've worked that in pretty well. It's strange doing your makeup in different light. You see all sorts of things you might not normally see. I need to clean those earrings at some point too. Okay. Okay, next I correct inside these corner eyes. I think you've seen me do this many, many times. I use the Precision Tapered P86 by Sigma. And today I'm going to use this is another problem. I haven't brought down everything. But today I'm going to use Bobbi Brown's Corrector in Light Bisque. Sometimes I use a clicky pen, depending sort of what whimsy takes me. And I just put a little bit on my brush. Good. Okay. Take cat hairs off it. And I'm going to start zooming in a little on my eyes because that's where I'm going to be working mostly for the next few minutes. Just stick it right in here. Down here. A girl at the Chanel counter once told me to do it in a C shape around my eye. Of course, this is a reverse C shape, but that really just sort of lightens up that area a lot. I feel like maybe the consistency is a little creamy on this. I feel like it maybe looks a little caked on if I'm not careful with blending it. But I do like the color of it. So I might give the Clicky Pen by Clinique a try too to see what I think of that. Okay, and then after that, sometimes I do my eyes, sometimes I do my blush, depending on what I'm doing. But today, since I've already zoomed in, I'm going to do my eyes next. And now comes the big moment we've all been waiting for. I'm going to use Paint Pot in Painterly, which is not as creamy as the Nubile, but is still pretty darn creamy. There it is. So I just put that on my finger. So it's like a little bit on my finger. It's not gonna focus. So, and then I dab it all over my eyelid. I do this because it gives me a really nice base for my eyeshadow to stick to, as well, sorry about that, as well as evening out the color and surface texture of my eye. So I feel like sort of veins and bumps and creases aren't as visible. See, it just lightened up in that area in there too. There we go. And then I'm gonna go with a relatively new one for me that I really, really like a lot. I'm gonna go with Nars Nepal, which looks like this. And swatches on my finger like this. And I'm going to use the Sigma Eye Shading E55. Come on, you can do it. And I pat the color on pretty much. Wait for it to focus again for you. Doo-doo-doo, come on. There we go. Pretty much sort of all over my lid. And then lately, I have actually been, this is just a lovely, natural, sort of almost coppery, brown, beige sort of color. I really like the color that it has. It's very like my natural lid color, but more even and a little bit brighter and a little bit more fun. So lately what I've also been doing is I've been looking at my eyes straight open and then sort of adding a little bit just on this edge that droops down so that you can see the color even when I am closing my eye or opening my eyes. So Yep, you should be able to see that. Shut your mouth. Not as important for me to have to shut my mouth when I'm zoomed in this close to my eyes. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And then today I'm going to use Bali, which is also by Nars. Since I'm sticking with Nars, I thought I might as well finish with Nars. And it's quite a chocolatey brown. Well, it's a matte grayish brown, I guess maybe you would call it. I don't know. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna use this Sigma pencil, E30. Which has a really nice tip. I want just a tiny little bit of color in very specific places to sort of give it a little bit of definition. And this has like a tapered tip that makes it really precise. This is going a lot slower since I'm showing you. Wouldn't normally go this slow, so I'm just gonna put it, show you on this side. I'm gonna put it in this little wedgy corner right here. You see that? And that's gonna blend out a lot. You can't see it. And I'm really just putting it just in that sort of V, because when I start blending, it's gonna be a lot lighter than it is now, which is what I want. I don't really want this sort of dark color for my everyday look, and it's gonna blend out, and I'm gonna use it to sort of zip out into my crease. But then before I do that, I just want to take a little bit of this Bali in my lash line sort of there. I'm very, very weary of using too harsh an eyeliner under my eye, because it does bring out my circles and has a tendency to have the ability to make my eyes look a lot smaller, I think. Okay, now I'm going to take the Sigma Tapered Blending Brush, that's E45, which is an amazing brush. It has a head like this, super soft, it is tapered, and I find it just makes it so easy to take that color that I've put in the corner and sort of blend it into there with like a windshield washer motion. And the side. I haven't brought down a highlighter. Well, I have something I can try. I've heard a lot of people say that they use Stila Kitten as a highlight. I've never done that, but first I'm going to do my eyebrows. Do you see that? I just find that really nice and subtle and pretty. I don't always go this dark. I don't always use the Bali. I just kind of felt like it today. I sometimes use like something in between. It's not as dark because the color payoff is really a lot on that Bali. Okay, my current favorite, I'm giving away all my favorites. I'm gonna use a MAC 285, which is like just a brush like that. Put some of the wax from the Anastasia kit on it, and I'm using this this color here. And I just sort of, I don't always use this stencil because it's kind of a hassle. And my eyebrows are sort of in a state of flux at the moment. I'm trying to grow, I feel like the girl at the benefit counter tried to give me much thinner eyebrows than I wanted, and also that she tried giving me much more of an arch than I really wanted. I don't actually want that arch as much. I think it looks bizarre on me. So they're in kind of a funny sort of state. Their shapes are a little weird. But I do feel like I need to color them in a bit. Gives them a little bushier sort of look, and yeah. And I do really like using the clear brow gel. I feel like they stay, because I rub my eyes. I'm horrible. I rub my eyes all the time. And this sort of helps me remember when I feel how hard they are when I rub them. So it helps me remember I'm not supposed to be rubbing them and making them in the wrong direction. Okay. Now I've been using a few different concealers. This is a new one for me. I'm gonna do that last. Do my mascara, God. And you probably don't want to watch me curl my lashes, so I'm gonna spare you that. I have such a hard time getting the outer corners done. Shocking. Now I want the Guerlain. So this is the Guerlain. This is the black Guerlain in its fancy case in Noir, black. I feel like this really defines my lashes really well, I think, without making them too dramatic. Goes on nice and thin, so you can layer it if you really want to, but you can have sort of nice defined black lashes if you don't. I've been thinking about doing the 5-minute makeup challenge. Hannah Georgina 24 did one, and I was thinking, gosh, I used to be able to do my makeup in 5 minutes. I wonder if I still could. And I was sort of sitting here thinking, like, what would it be? What would it be that I sort of let go? Okay, so I was talking about that I might do a highlight with the Stila Kitten. I've heard people say that they like it. This is Stila's Kitten. I have issues with this. I find it really, well, first you can see all the dust here. I find the fallout from this makes it really, really hard to work with, I think. I'm just going to use a MAC 213 and just stick a little bit where I would put normally like my Click Pen highlighter. I didn't bring one downstairs. Well, it looks kind of odd. See, I don't like the way this works. There's way too much fluff in it. But it does have a really nice bright shine, doesn't it? Doesn't quite go as well in hairs as it does on sort of skin. I'm not getting this side as nice as the other side, but I think that's maybe because the light's coming from that direction. Really should try to sit that way. It's kind of hard the way this table is, but I'll try next time, I promise. Okay, and then I am going to use my blush, RealTechniques blush brush. And I'm gonna stick with Nars today. How's that? This is Nars's Deep Throat. And it looks like this. I'm gonna put it just on top of my cheekbone. I don't want to put too much on. It's kind of keeping it a soft, sort of not made up look. I don't like putting on too much blush because I feel like it kind of overdoes the look a little. I already put, oh, I forgot my lip liner too. Oh well, that's not something that I do every day actually, so yeah, it's just because I'm doing a makeup video that I would remember too. Okay, but I want to talk about concealer. This is one I've been trying. I got it in my Birchbox and I used it once and thought, oh, the concept was really good. It's called Sarah McNamara Miracle Skin Transformer Treat and Conceal for Eyes and Face. And I only used it once from my Birchbox sample and then promptly washed it in the washing machine and it went everywhere. So it got really good reviews on Birchbox, and it has powerful hydration. I do have issues with dryness around here, and fine lines are being caused by a lot of dryness. This is the hazard of living in mountain air, blah, blah. Yeah, I've said that tons of before. So it instantly transforms your skin, covering dark circles and visibly diminishing fine lines around the eye area. So the other day, I put this on, and it came out and there's like tons. I had to really work with it because you just need such a tiny amount. And apply a small purse-sized amount to fingertips, blend into desired area using small patting motions to set the skin. I have been using a brush instead because this comes out, okay, this is how much I am putting on my finger, like nothing, right? And I'm putting it under here and I find it just about ridiculous to try to get that exactly where I want it with my fingers. Maybe I'm not dexterous enough, I don't know. And this thing, I hate that thing. Okay, and I came downstairs, I had this on, I had a tinted moisturizer, I had mascara, and I had, I'm using the Precision Round P82 by Sigma to buff this into my skin under the eyes. And I probably had a lip gloss or maybe a tinted balm or something on, and my husband goes, wow, you look really nice, you're not wearing any makeup today. I was like, yeah, right. But he seemed to like the way I had buffed this in, so I'm gonna try it again. I have been using a MAC concealer. And of course need to use the Clinique concealer. It's on my list on Friday, Rachel, in case you're watching. And then, does that look okay? Yeah, I think so. It's a little, is it a little light? No, I don't think so. I think it takes me a while to sort of get used to what concealer looks under my eyes, even when other people put it on. I'm gonna put on some CremeSheen in Crosswires by MAC. Lipstick video next week. You'll see lots more swatches and stuff of that. And I'm talking about it tomorrow too, I think. You didn't really get to see it at all there, did you? So it's like this. And the name, CremeSheen in Crosswires. And then I just pop that on my sad lips. And I'm done. That took like almost half an hour. I mean, I talked a lot and did a lot, and normally like that would go 15 minutes maybe if I was being, you know. So the 5-minute makeup challenge will be interesting. I'm not really going for the nude look like the rest of the world is, I guess. A nude look lip, I mean. I feel like it washes me out a lot to have a nude lip. I like having a good amount of color on my lip. And I would probably top that with a gloss before I left the house. I'm going to the post office. Okay, hope that was interesting. Hope that was fun. That's sort of the kind of look I'd go for every day. Just like that. Okay, bye. Wait, no. We can't say bye yet. I have to thank you for subscribing, and thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting and checking out Snap Post Vlog and checking out my Google Plus account. It's all the contact information is down in the box. And hit me up on Twitter, Strumpet101. Okay, thanks again. Bye-bye.